There comes a time when each of us has to decide not just what shall I do, but what kind of a person shall I be. That is particularly fateful in the case of a leader, because who you are determines what you do and what you don't do. And so to say yes to who you are, you have to have the courage to say no to who you are not. This involves pain and conflict. And so leadership triggers pain because of the choices you have to make. But once you've made the decision, you emerge less conflicted than you were before. A critical moment in your life is when you're content to be you, accepting you, your strengths and your weakness. And it is only when you stop wanting to be somebody else, as Shakespeare would have said, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy, contented list. It is only when you are happy to be you and you accept yourself the way you are that you can be at peace with yourself and the world. So this is one of the greatest challenges of leadership. It is all too easy for a leader to pursue popularity by being what people want him or her to be. A liberal to liberals, a conservative to conservatives, taking decisions that win temporary acclaim rather than flowing from principle to principle. To be a great leader, you must know your own limits. Great leaders know their limits. They do not try to do it all themselves. They build teams. They create space for people who are stronger where they are weak. They understand the importance of checks and balances and the separation of powers. They surround themselves with people who are different from them. So they understand the danger of concentrating all power in a single individual. Learning your limits, knowing there are things you cannot do, even things you cannot be, can be a painful experience. Sometimes it can even evoke an emotional crisis. And so knowing yourself is a requirement for leadership greatness. Everyone has weaknesses. That's part of being human. You are called to lead, not to be perfect. You are an imperfect leader, leading an imperfect people. Remember, leadership is a burden, a privilege, and a great responsibility.